Great turnout.
It was really exciting coming together today with about 45 people from Whidbey Island to talk about the film after we saw it. And I think we were all very moved and impressed with how we've allowed the corporate America to take over American democracy. And I think the Michael Moore film makes a very powerful statement about what we need to do and how we need to do something to take back our country. And I'm very excited to be part of Move On and part of a national movement that's going to be working on this. Thank you.
All major social issues that are a problem for people in the United States today are covered by the second Bill of Rights as elicited by President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. We need to keep things simple. We need the same kind of short statements of rights as is given in the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. So let's have a constitutional amendment to include the sixth Bill of Rights as FDR put forward in the statement in the film.
Hi, my name is Judy Kaplan, and I am a progressive, and I have been a progressive since the late 60s, as many of you have. We've been trying to change the system now for, you do the math, number of years. I have just seen Michael Moore's movie called Capitalism, A Love Story. And he makes a very good point that we, and I agree, we no longer have control of the media. Our broadcast news is not ours, it's infotainment. We don't have cable companies. We don't have newspapers. Our media is owned by the corporations. But fortunately, we do have the internet. And the internet is our way of bypassing these corporations so that we can talk among ourselves. And what is it that we should do at this point in the year 2010? Well, one thing we must do is we must use our two powers, and those two powers are to vote with our pocketbook and to vote and do more than vote. Elect people who are responsible to us. And that's not always an easy kind of thing to do, but to become more involved in the electoral system and elect people who are responsible to us. I want everybody to know about moveyourmoney.org. On the internet, you can find out how to remove your money and your resources from these corporations and support local banks, local economies, so that we are no longer as beholden to these corporations as we are. We need to make sure that corporations cannot be considered a person. And the Supreme Court ruling that took that made that policy is wrong, and we need to make sure that we can get beyond that. And so we need a constitutional amendment that says that no, corporations are not people and cannot function that way. We need a constitutional amendment to protect working families. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, I just found out in this movie, in Michael Moore's movie, Franklin Delano Roosevelt suggested a second Bill of Rights so that we have a basic human right to education, to a living wage, to health, to own a home, and we need to revisit the FDR's second Bill of Rights. I want you to join me.
Hi, I watched Michael Moore's movie, Capitalism is a Love Story. It's real entertaining how he shows you what's going on in this country. Michael Moore, has a lot of critics. He loves this country. And I believe the progressive agenda is all about democracy. And the conservative agenda is not. It's corporatism. So watch the movie, enjoy the movie, get out there, get active.
Having watched the
the recent movie by Michael Moore on capitalism just reiterates and incenses me more. Everything from when you watch the movie years ago with Michael Douglas where greed is good, capitalism always seems to be taking the wrong end of what is good for the common man and for what is good for the public at large. We were a nation built on working for the common man and for the good of society, and we've gotten away from that, and the propaganda of that capitalism is good, capitalism is what makes this country. Well, it makes this country, unfortunately, a little unable for those in middle class and lower class to be able to step up and get that dream and have a chance at that American dream. And I'd like to see some of that changed in the world.
Hello, my name is Terry Clayton, and I am proposing that we use a part of the Constitution that has not been successfully used yet, but is a powerful tool, and that is a constitutional convention in order to pass a constitutional amendment. If 3/4 of the states, through conventions that are held in each state, pass a constitutional amendment, and then at that point, then it goes through the regular constitutional process. And I think that is important to limit the amount of money that is involved in campaigning. And so I propose that all offices, for federal offices, be establish a system of public financing. I think that we can eliminate the power that is the balance in corporations who then can buy elections. This way, it eliminates that possibility.
Well, I think Michael Moore has done it again. He's given us something that really stimulates thought and discussion, and maybe not as elegantly as some of us would have liked him to have said it, but it really is pretty basic stuff when you think about how politics in this country is bought and sold, and how we need to fix that.
Michael Moore's movie helped me to clear my mind of all the frustrations, as he articulated it very well, and that was a big help to me.
We asked our Move On members to respond to a question: where do we want Move On to focus its energies, having seen this film? And after everybody provided their ideas, we asked people then to choose 5 that were the most important ideas to them. And these were the final votings of people. So I think what came out at the top, as I look around, is corporations are not people. Defining corporations as do away with corporation personhood, which is pretty much the same concept. Campaign finance reform came out very powerful on this. Simplifying information to educate more people. Having lobbying reform. And then on a little bit lower level, but still getting a few votes, no more too big to fail corporations. Have civics taught in schools. Have corporate responsibilities to the working employees in their company. Restore the Glass-Steagall Act. Pass Roosevelt's second Bill of Rights that was featured in the film that a lot of us were very impressed with. Get involved in things like Move Your Money, and do prosecution of crimes that have been committed by these large financial corporations.